just a thought for, you know, most of you who are experiencing self-isolation for the first time in your lives. We're now going to three people who've been there before.
They've been there
more
before,
or less,
yes.
or know what it's about.
Well, they know what it's about because they spent days, weeks locked in isolation. Well, kind of not isolation, but in lockdown in the Big Brother house. So we're going to get their tips about how to cope. So we have the Big Brother host, Davina McCall, Josie Gibson and Vanessa Feltz. Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
It's great.
So, Davina, you have watched enough self-isolation or isolation or whatever. What are your tips through all of this?
Well, I'd be really interested to hear what the girls have got to say about it, but I think there are pros and cons. I think one of the worst things that people can do right now on the outside here is to watch too much news. I think one of the good things that happened in the Big Brother house was that they had no access to any information. And I have seen a lot of people who are accessing too much news that it's actually really scary being able to do that. But then again, exercise, when they were in the Big Brother house, it was very hard to get any kind of formalised exercise going. Whereas here on the outside, we have an abundance of resources at our fingertips so that we can work out inside in our own homes.
OK, well, let's go to Vanessa and see...
First ever Big Brother Vanessa was in.
Yeah.
And Vanessa, I don't think you'd agree that you liked not having access to news.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely detested the entire thing and I fell apart and unravelled. And to me, if we didn't have the threat of actually being ill hanging over us, I would consider this a picnic in comparison with Big Brother. Why? Because first of all, you're not being judged by the whole nation. If you're making a big hash of it, and Ben and I are, we're arguing constantly, we're doing everything we're not meant to be doing, we're eating chocolate for breakfast, we're staying in bed too late, we're really doing everything wrong, but at least no one's judging us and no one's voting us out. We don't have to be evicted. That's the best thing. We're making our mistakes in private.
Well, Josie, they didn't vote you out 10 years ago since you won Big Brother.
Yeah.
Is that how long it's been?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is so scary. I'll tell you what, I found Big Brother an absolute doddle compared to this. I will never, ever, ever take human interaction for granted again. I just think...
Me either.
Yeah. Well, I'm isolating with just me and Reg, and I was just thinking yesterday, when you cuddle someone, when you hug somebody, those moments are so special.
Oh,
They're
Josie.
so good.
We're sending you a virtual hug.
Yeah.
Oh, darling, we're sending you a hug from us, OK? And we miss you.
Josie, could I say something to you, Josie? Because one of the things through when we view people's homes through webcams and whatever, people love a good old nosy round somebody's house. And I'm looking at your couch and I just want you to know that purple that you have there, that is the same colour as our couch in our good room.
Yeah.
Same colour.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've got good taste. We've got good taste. I'm sorry to bring the mood down. You know, it's just. I think I thought Big Brother is so different because you are isolating with a bunch of housemates, and we were very tactile. We were very loving. Now you're isolating from other people, and it's just a totally different ballgame.
Right,
And
well,
are you on your own,
Davina,
Josie,
you've got
with
30 seconds, Davina, to respond to Josie there.
What I wanted to say, are you on your own, Josie, with your baby?
Yeah.
Oh, Poppet, I love you so much. You are one of the most cuddly people I've met alongside me, and I feel your pain. I'm so lucky I've got my 3 grown-up kids, but we all are giving you an enormous hug, Josie. I'm going to get online straight after. I'm going to get in contact with you. I love you.
Love you, Davina. You've been so supportive. You've all been so supportive over the years,
Guys, we're up against the clock. We'll come back. We'll continue. So, Vanessa, we'll be speaking to you. We'll be getting more from the three of you right after this very short break. We have Davina, Josie and Vanessa all in their own home, all in self-isolation.
They're all in self-isolation because the reason we thought we'd talk to them all be... Well, Davina wasn't in Big Brother, but obviously the host of Big Brother for years. Vanessa was in it. Josie was in it.
Vanessa back.
I just want to check first that Josie's all right. Are you all right, Josie?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I'm so all right. And speaking to you lot has made me feel so normal again. I think I just remembered what it was like to, give somebody a hug.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a hug. Come and give me a hug when this is all over. Can I book my slot?
Yeah, and we're all in the same boat and everyone's doing so well. And I'm so proud of everybody. I really am. Yeah.
But Vanessa, what about those who aren't in isolation? Because I have to say, Josie, you know, sometimes it could be a blessing in disguise because the rest of us are with partners in lockdown, which isn't always the easiest. Having been in Big Brother and having to be, you know, in a lockdown with other people, what are your tips for, you know, not getting irritated with people?
Gosh. My tips are, however small the place you live in, try to make a little space for yourself so you can escape. And actually, in Big Brother itself, if you did do that and walk off and leave the throng behind, you always looked a bit weird and a bit of a Billy No-Mates. So you were having to hang in much, much longer than you wanted with everyone else. At least in your own home, if you wanted to carve out a tiny little niche of privacy, even if it's the bathroom, even if it's the loo, just go and sit there and collect your thoughts, because too much, even of the people you love most in the world, can be far too much.
Yeah,
Good,
that's true. That's
good.
true. Davina, you obviously observed for years people in lockdown. It's very interesting watching how people cope. What do you think is the best coping mechanism?
I think to not let anything turn into a bit of a pressure cooker thing where something really tiny just turns into a massive explosive argument, because it's the little things that can really niggle you at times like this. So I'm just all about talking. I'm with 3 teenagers. We're sort of having, at meal times, we're saying, like, is anything annoying you? Is anything I'm doing annoying you? Do we need to change something? How can we work it better? Always negotiating, trying to kind of make sure that nobody's getting too annoyed with someone else.
It's very easy to get annoyed with people at home.
What if it's too late, Davina? What if it's too late for all of that?
Oh, you two. I love you two so much. You're like the nation's, like...
Do you know what? I look at you, Davina, and I think your hair's looking better these days, but that's another story. That's a whole other story. Josie, how long do you think, how much more of this can you stick?
Oh, do you know what? I'm all right. I think it's the same with everybody in the country. You just have up days and you get down days. But I'll tell you what, I'll never take anything for granted, ever again. Yeah. And I think when it gets a bit too much, I just get my favourite music on and I just escape from it for a little bit. But like Davina said, I think is maybe just taking it away from your phone a little bit and not watching the news too much, because it's like
very quickly, 10 seconds with Davina, 10 seconds with Vanessa, then Davina.
I just quickly wanted to say, Josie, you know, you can, your baby can see your partner. I don't know if that works.
I realised that yesterday.
Yeah, so you can get a break and see someone else.
Yeah.
OK, Vanessa?
Yeah, well, Ben and I are driving each other crazy in the kitchen with competitive cooking, and last night we called a truce. I said, you cook for yourself, I'll cook for myself. End of. Just one night off from the competitive.
That's one thing I don't have to put up with, is competitiveness in the kitchen in any shape or form. But thank you all so much, and stay safe, stay well. Lots of love. Big hug to you all.
Thank you, guys.